Alright guys, what is going on? So, excuse the beard. I'm starting to look a bit scruffy this last while, but that's not what we're here for today. So, I am very fortunate in the sense where I have quite a few rivers around where I live. It's excellent. Now, don't get me wrong, there's not a lot of big fish in them, but they're usually stuffed full of fish, which is great. One in particular is right beside my daughter's school, so I can stop literally on my lunch break or whenever I'm collecting her from school, which is usually in around the same sort of thing, and hit the river for 45 minutes, usually at a push by the time it gets me to get home back to work. So incredibly fortunate. Lunchtime trout sessions, if you want to call it that, which is as I said, which is really lucky for me. And that's going to be what we're gonna have a go at today. There's a bit of wind I can see, which not overly fussed about with the light tackle. What I really want to be using today is the Savage Gear Sticklebait twitch lures, which you've seen me using loads and loads. I've even done videos for Savage Gear themselves on their channel for them. Excellent lures, really good trout catching baits. And yeah, as I said, we've got 45 minutes. I don't want to waste more time talking to you in the car because we're not going to be catching very much in here. So yeah, let's get cracking. Right, so these are the lures in question. The Sticklebait twitch lures. These are the smallest version that they do. I've caught so many fish in these. They're awesome, and they're really heavy, which, as you can see, the wind coming down the river for such light tackle, the wind can be a real nightmare. Just like that, almost put it in the tree first cast. So these lures are very good for, you know, punching through the wind because they are so heavy. So basically, the back end of these lures, there is a tungsten weight built into them. So as you're retrieving it, obviously you're going to have your normal movement, but any sort of pauses at all, the lure will actually go backwards, and as it's going backwards, it still has a fish-like movement. So no matter what way you fish it, the lure is always going to be working for you, which is amazing, to be honest. It's so good. A lot of the times when I'm fishing with these particular type of lures, the hit is usually on the pause as the lure's sinking. Really do need a couple of days of rain now to get a good flush of fresh water through, put a bit of colour on it, get them feeding. Just missed one. It was the first bite, proper bite. He's tangled the lure up. That was our chance, Simon. Let's see if he's still there. Wasn't really the same area, but let's see. Come on, fish. So that was crap. We still have a bit of time. I'm gonna go down to the bottom, maybe cross the bridge and try the shallow water. Tried the whole deep stretch there, and we had one bite, so I'm not quite sure what's going on. Here a few days ago when we caught quite a good number of trout, but every year I always seem to find that when the roach start to move up here, the trout seem to disappear. But as I said, you can't win all the time, and when you've only got a lunchtime session, then well, you just make do with what you got. But what I wanted to say was, look, the boat, obviously I keep mentioning it, trailer and everything has been given the green light. It should be here in the next 10 days hopefully. Then after that the boat will be delivered. I have to attach the two of them, obviously. Then we're good to go from there. So there's going to be lots of videos in the coming months back fishing on the boat. So we're going to be trolling for trout, we're going to be trolling for pike, we're going to be doing all sorts of stuff on the boat. Looking forward to it. But it sort of springs to mind, what sort of videos would you guys like to see? Obviously we have our normal summertime species that I'm going to be I was having a go at. We're going to have sea bass, wrasse, tench, lots of tench hopefully. But yeah, leave a comment, let me know what you would like to see, what you'd like me to have a go for, or if there's any specific techniques, tactics, anything at all. Get them in the comments, and I'll see what I can do. As I said, you guys are the ones that watch the content. I do it for you. If you want to see something in particular, I'll certainly try my best. But down to the shallow water. Okay, into the shallower water. Water's very low actually. You can see all sorts of stones that you don't normally see. I hope this wobbler isn't too heavy, but it sort of shows the versatility of these lures, that you can fish them over shallow water too. Just like that, first fish. He's not a bad one either, he's going absolutely bananas. This is where I should have really had my net. So there we go. What an absolutely stunning fish. Look at the spots in that. Beautiful fish. Really, really, really nice. Love that. But that's what the idea was. Down into the shallow water. Deep water wasn't providing. But anyway, I'll get it unhooked and get it back. One or two more spots. I just want to give a couple of casts in before we go. Oh, there we go. Gets in. Another nice one. Oh, so much fun on the light tackle. Don't particularly mind if he comes off. Makes life a bit easier. There we go, another stunner. Thank you very much for playing. First cast in the new pool. Oh, there was something followed that I seen him. There's at least one in there. There's a guy who's just come down fly fishing. I was very lucky there. But anyway, there's a guy who's just come down the river and he's fly fishing. And he's within view of me, so I really hope I catch one. Because I know how much the fly anglers enjoy people catching trout on lures. There we go. Is that a trout or a roach? No, that's a trout. Ah, it came off. Nailed that as soon as it hit the water. Home time. So didn't really have time to stop at the bank and do a proper outro because because I need to get back to get to work. But 45-minute session. What did we finish on? 3 fish, I think. So can't be bad with that at all. That river in particular has lots of trout, you know, that size, really tiny ones, which is sort of one of the reasons why I fish with the wobblers so much, and that's it sort of weeds out then the smaller fish. You don't get pestered. By all means, I could probably switch on to spinners or something smaller and catch a lot more, but I do enjoy targeting the bigger trout in that particular river anyway. But hope you enjoyed the video. As I said, quick session, caught a few fish, talked a bit of nonsense. As usual, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.